Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM in Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Biwa Radio in Yendi and Inkligi FM in Bole. Get radio, TV and online content on the manjoonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, minority in Parliament demands investigations into activities of waste management company Zoom Lion following findings by the Public Accounts Committee that it engaged in several irregularities in its dealings with district assemblies.
We're given full assurance by the majority leader and leader of government business. Perhaps before we rise the 22nd of December, which is next week, this committee will...
The Electoral Commission says it is ready to conduct elections in more than 38,000 polling stations across the country on Tuesday, including conflict areas Boku and Nkwanta. And later, brace yourself for an increase in the price of fish this Christmas. That's the warning by the minority as they say scarcity of premix fuel and other factors is about to force up the price of fish.
Now that we are moving into the Christmas festivities, where a lot of families will be consuming fish, the price of fish is likely to go up during the festivities because the demand will rise.
And in business,
more financial experts join calls for government to accept lengthy repayment plan of debt owed China to help the country access the $600 million IMF second tranche on time. We have details on the Joy Business Report.
And the U.S. House of Representatives votes to authorize inquiry into a possible impeachment of President Joe Biden.
5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
These and more here with me, Fred Smith. This is Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible journalism. We start from Parliament, where the minority is demanding the creation of a committee to probe waste management company Zoom Lion following recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee, citing the company for several irregularities in their dealings with district assemblies. According to the committee's report, Zoom Lion was paid some monies by the District Assembly's Common Fund for the supply of some equipment, but the company did not supply the equipment, contrary to law. Member of the committee, Roxanne Nelson Dafiamepo, says the major problem is deduction of the monies for the company at source.
The deductions are actually effected at source. So the assemblies do not exercise control. And that is what people think that it should be checked. If there are any deductions to be made, send the money to the assembly and let the assemblies effect the deduction per the work that has been done and verified.
Meanwhile, former minority leader Haruna Idrisu wants the state and parliament in particular to do more for sanitation workers with Zoom Lion. Haruna Idrisu explains that it does not make sense for the state to pay Zoom Lion around 800 cedis for each sanitation worker, but the workers receive less than 300 cedis of that amount. He wants government to directly pay the Zoom Lion sanitation workers.
Still on Zoom Lion, when we passed the Youth Employment Act, and leader will recall even some of the negotiations in his office, we said that separate beneficiary allowances from service charges. Zoom Lion is a service provider. Let Common Fund and the state pay him as a private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. But when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250, I do not think that that is neat enough or good enough.
We stay in Parliament, and the minority there is warning there will be a significant hike in the price of fish this festive period due to a myriad of factors, mainly the scarcity of premix fuel. Contributing to the debate on the approval of the budget for the Fisheries Ministry, minority spokesperson on Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, explained that fishermen have been struggling to access premix fuel over the last few months.
The only explanation the ministry gave was that suppliers are unwilling to supply the premix because of the forest losses. Mr. Speaker, the food inflation we are witnessing is partly being driven by prices of fish in our country, and it is an issue that must be addressed urgently, especially now that we are moving into the Christmas festivities, where a lot of families will be consuming fish. The price of fish is likely to go up during the festivities because the demand will rise.
Meanwhile, Eric Opoku says the 2021 Best Fisherman has still not received his award of a 2-bedroom house, and the Fisheries Ministry is now requesting additional funds from Parliament to construct the house.
In 2021, the best fish farmer was to be given 2-bedroom house. As we speak, the house has not been completed. And the ministry is now asking for 500,000 Ghana cedis to be able to complete the building and then hand it over to the best fish farmer.
But in a response, Fisheries Minister Howard Kumsin explained that the delay in awarding the fisherman with his 2-bedroom house was due to some investigation conducted into the award. Now, the Electoral Commission says it is ready to conduct elections in more than 38,000 polling stations across the country, including conflict areas Boku and Nkwanta. Deputy Commissioner in charge of Corporate Services, Dr. Bosman Asari, says they have the assurance of all the security agencies to provide adequate protection on the day of the elections and will only change their decision when they get a contrary report. Here are excerpts of his interview with my colleague Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson.
We are not experts when it comes to security. We work with the Ghana Police Service under the Election Security Task Force. And as we speak now, we haven't received information to the effect that we cannot have elections in the OT area. No information like that has come out. And come Tuesday, all the 38,315 polling stations are going to have their elections.
Including conflict areas.
Including conflict areas. Because we've never had any information to the contrary. Right. If we hear the information, let's say Boko, so if we hear anything or we receive any credible information to that effect, we are going to advise ourselves.
Meanwhile, the EC has set an ambitious target of 60% voter turnout in various districts, which is even higher than the expectations of the local government ministry, which is targeting 50%. Listen to Dr. Bosman Asare.
But this time, based on the feedback we are getting from the commercials we are running for the electoral areas, the information coming to us is that the enthusiasm level is very, very high. People are participating in their numbers. So we are also looking at something between 50 to 60%.
Wow.
And as a commission, we think that many Ghanaians are interested in the process, and the measures we've also put in place should be able to ensure that people come out in their numbers.
The concern is also that...
I heard Dr. Bosman Asari there in that conversation with my colleague, Mami Esi Nyamiche Thompson. Well, in the United States, the House of Representatives has voted to formalize its impeachment inquiry against President Joe Biden. Lawmakers voted along party lines to back a resolution that Republicans say will give them more power to gather evidence and enforce legal demands. 3 Republican-led House committees alleged bribery and corruption during Mr. Biden's tenure as vice president, but they are yet to present evidence of wrongdoing, and Mr. Biden says his opponents are attacking him with lies. Here's House Speaker Mike Johnson.
5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on the motion of the gentlewoman from North Carolina, Ms. Fox, to suspend the rules and agree to House Resolution 927, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title.
House Resolution 927, resolution condemning anti-Semitism on university campuses and the testimony of university presidents in the House Committee on Education and the Workforce.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and agree to the resolution? Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
Well, you had the excerpts of the vote on the Joe Biden impeachment inquiry. And to technology, ever left home wondering if you switched off the lights or fans? The anxiety of forgotten appliances is universal. But what if there was a solution right at your fingertips to control this? Well, enter the innovative technology crafted by students at Academic City University, designed to remotely manage your home's electricity with a single tap. Caleb Ziblim has our Tech Thursday today.
When leaving home, that moment of doubt always hit. Did I turn off something? Is worse with electrical gadget like leaving the iron on. Then there's electricity bill anxiety. In Ghana, power outages are common. Academic City University students have a solution for this situation right at your fingertips.
My name is Emanuela Udia. This project seems to enhance efficiency and convenience for our users with our app or our website. All you have to do is just with the tap of a button, your light comes on and your fan comes on. Same goes for turning it off as well, and it's that simple.
Emanuela and her friends first conceived the idea to assist their school security guards in remotely turning off lights and fans left on in the classrooms. The group aims to make their technology a solution to save energy and cut down on bills for everyone.
This project is going to be a very good way to solve the energy crisis we're facing today. We want to see energy saved, especially electrical energy.
I had Caleb Ziblin with our Tech Thursday. And that's it for the news at 6. There's more at myjoyonline.com. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.